Hi guys, my name is Sadie, and I did my presentation on Namju Pick. I have no idea how you say that. So I decided to do my final presentation on him just because I thought his pictures were very interesting in the book, and I thought it was unique on how he did stuff way back when he was still doing it and we didn't have all the technology we have now. So, in his life, Nam was born in Seoul, Korea in 1932. He was younger in his family. He was younger when his family left Korea because of the Korean War was happening during the time that he was born. They wanted to get out of there for their safety and the better lives of themselves. Nam went to college and graduated from the University of Tokyo in 1956. Everyone around him considered him to be the father of video art. They considered him this because he was one of the people who made artwork with video technology. This was because in his decade, they were just starting to become more popular. After a number of great art pieces that he made, Namju Pick, I have no idea, died at the age of 54 in 2006 in New York. So, we'll go through some of his famous artwork now. So, one of his most famous, or best known, is the statue of TV Buddha. So, this piece shows a Buddhist sitting in front of a TV screen and then a video camera facing at him. This shows that we are caught up in our own self-image a lot of time and how we need to stop looking at ourselves and instead of looking and then look at our surroundings instead. As my mom always said when I was growing up, stop and smell the roses. Nam is portraying this in a different way than most would even imagine, thought of doing. I know when I was growing up, I was not thinking of how we need to stop and look at. When I was looking at this, I wasn't thinking we need to stop and look at our surroundings more. I was thinking how TV has evolved. That's what I was thinking when I was looking at this. Just like how TV was back then and how we have it now. We have a lot of wonderful websites that we can find how to make things, and YouTube is one of them. I don't think Nam ever realized how technology would be from where he is to where it is now. So another one, this one was in our book on page 55. This is the one that caught my eye when I first saw it. So this is called the Electric Superhighway. This is what made me want to look into this artist, like I said. This piece, is made up of 336 TVs, 50 DVD players, 3,550 feet of cable, and 535 feet of multicolored neon tubing. From looking at this piece, I would have never thought that it was that much mechanical stuff behind it. I just thought it was lights, but yeah, it's way more than that. So this piece resembles the understanding of how diverse our nation is. Just like the TV Buddha, I would have never guessed that this piece was about that. I was thinking how each state has a different set of problems. This just goes to show that we can't judge a book by its cover. What I like about this piece is that it's bold and in your face, and I would have never ever guessed what he was portraying behind it. The last piece that I'll be talking about, is called Family of Robot Baby. This shows a robot-looking thing made out of TVs. One day, how he figured this out, he was experimenting with TVs and he thought of creating robots. How many of us think of something and we're like, oh, let's do this thing? I know I do all the time. And this is how, like, the family of robots came along. It's kind of strange, if you ask me. I would have never guessed that's how it would have came about, but it did. It's a series of video sculptures that he created. They consist of 3 generations of family members, a grandma and grandpa, a mom and dad, and an aunt and uncle, and then the children. I think it's a cute idea how they created them all, just to show, like, hey, there's a whole family, and we all have families, so why not incorporate it all into one? When I was researching NAM, I stumbled across this quote, and he said, "Our life is half natural and half technological. Half is good. We cannot deny that high tech is process. We need it for jobs. Yet, if we make only high tech, you make war. So we must have a strong human element to keep modesty and natural life." I think it's a good quote, because it portrays to our world so much right now. Technology is really taking over our world. I'm an elementary ed major, and we are just technical, like all technology, and that's the way these kids are learning nowadays. They grow up with technology. They want to incorporate that in their lives. And think of how many robots are taking over our world right now. It's kind of crazy. Like I said, technology is taking over our world. It's taking jobs, taking educations, taking over everything. I personally think we need to take like a chill pill with technology for a little while, only because it's going to get more insane, and just think of what can be created in the future, like 20 years from now. What's going to be created from technology? Just like, look now, we have iPhones, Apple Watches, computers, cars driving themselves, notebooks that are taking notes for us. It's all getting a little bit crazy. So I think NAM has helped us realize that technology is changing our lives, and I think he knew something was going to happen with technology, but I don't think he knew it was going to be this drastic. So that's why I enjoyed reading more about NAM, but it's just because, like, technology and how technology is, like, taking over our world. So, thank you.